I'm telling you, what happened to me this week right here. I need to go talk to a lawyer and see if I can get some compensation for elder abuse. These people trying to do me wrong. But before I get started with my little story, welcome back to another episode of Unscripted After 40, the podcast. Okay. As y'all know that y'all been listening to the podcast, life after 40 in these streets are hard. It's rough out here in these streets. So what I've been trying to do this year right here is get in better shape. So what I decided to do is go to yoga class, okay? Now, before I get started, I'm not going to bash on yoga class because I don't think it's all the yoga instructor fault, but someone should have gave me, I should have read a book or something. I should look at the poses or something like that before you get started with yoga or something like that. I should have did pre-stretching before I got there because that's one of the things I went there for. They told me if you go to yoga class and start getting into it, right, you get flexibility, better flexibility. As you get older, your flexibility go. Like I just want to be able to pick my arms up high, and don't hear them crack the whole time I'm going up, and I want to bend down. I want to be able to touch my toes again. I'm too small and I don't have a stomach, that I should be able to touch my toes. I really have no excuse. My back bad, but that's why I was going to yoga class, kind of, work out some of these issues I have in my life, after being after 40 here. So they say it gives you better flexibility, right? And then it say it give you muscle strength. I could use some muscle strength these days. These days I went and, try to pick up a chair. You put your chairs on the table when you're mopping and you take them down. That was a struggle. I don't even think the chair was that heavy, but it was a little struggle taking that chair down. That's why I say, better flexibility and muscle strength. Cause when I was in my 20s, I can go in the weight room and just lift the whole gym. I'm not lifting the whole gym no more. I think I'm start. I've been messing with people about taking naps in the gym. I'm starting to see why people start taking naps in the gym. After you do a rep or something, your body be tired. You want to take a break. But okay, I'm rambling. Let me get the rambling phase. Okay, like I say, so I need to go and see if I can file a lawsuit against elder abuse against yoga class. At least the instructor. At least they need to have on the door warning. There's an age limit for this class. And you might want to think about what class you want to join, okay? So my local gym down the road there, they offer different classes and stuff. Now, like I say, since I don't want to go in the gym and, pump weight all the time, I need to get some cardiovascular endurance in my life. So I went to try to do aerobics, and that's going to be another episode. It was tragic. Oh, my God. Doing aerobics classes, that was a little too much. It's about like when I talk about TikTok challenges, they want you to do too much, and it's tiring. Oh my goodness. I don't know how they go left, right, up, down, up, left, right. Good Lord. Oh man. And then the spin class was no better. I don't know how many times you can turn that little button down in the spin class to get you going. So, the wheel the friction, man, you know what? No. So aerobics and the spin was out because I already had my tragedies with them. So I you know what? I'm going to try something that is more manageable for me. So I did my research. And as doing research, I realized that, like I say, I was looking for flexibility and muscle strength, and then, to kind of get your body, get your blood flowing back right, so you can get some little aches and pains out your joints, get some joint building. So I looked up and they say yoga class was the best thing for it. But I'm saying elder abuse, but I probably should have read what I get. And no, most of y'all, let me see, where's my glasses at? Because I got glasses that I use. See, I can't even find them now. That's proper glasses. Are they in my head? Nope, they're not on my head. Okay, I wear glasses now because I'm old and my vision going bad. So I probably should have read the yoga brochure a little better and realize that at certain times during the day or in the evening, they got different classes. But, being the person I am, I figured that when I went to the class, they said intermediate, right? Intermediate to me that you're in the middle level, right? Like you're not quite the beginner, but you're not a pro yet, right? So that's what it means to me. I'm pretty sure that's what it means to everyone out there too. Intermediate, right? Intermediate level. So that's what I figured I was, the intermediate level. Okay. So as I went to the intermediate level, I'm gonna close my computer down. They about to give me Tourette's back there. I went to the intermediate level class. So I went in there, I look around and I said, okay, you know what? This is part of the class I need to be in, because everybody in the class looked like they were around my age. So I'm like thinking, okay, I can do this. You know, it's an intermediate class. Everybody around my age. I'm pretty sure that if I am struggling a little bit, my peers will help me. I was wrong. Okay, they did not help me. I think they was on the struggle bus right along with me. They didn't laugh at me, but they didn't help me neither. So I'm thinking they probably was on the struggle bus with me. Okay, so I heard of some of the calls, the downward dog, the backward flip, the dolphin fin. Don't quote me on these things, okay? Like I said, it was my first yoga class, okay? And they were telling me to move. So the instructor did the pose first, and then after the instructor did the pose, you're supposed to do the pose. And God bless her soul, she did, okay? I will give her credit to that. She did take it slow, and then gave us opportunity to kind of get in the position and then say, hey, okay, this is what you do. And while she walking around making sure we was all good, I think it was maybe about 15 of us in the class, and it was her and an assistant instructor. So I'm pretty sure that's about the normal, that they can handle 15 people, 2 people going slow, intermediate class for yoga. We all should be good. I was not good. I thinking about I don't even know if it was a warm-up stretches or we was into the actual yoga part of it, but there were some signs that my body gave me that I should not be in the intermediate class, that I should have went to the beginners class, because, let me start back and say, I never did yoga before. That's never did yoga. So, but still, I should be in the intermediate class. I worked out before. Right? I did a couple of flexes and bends and stuff before. It can't be that different. At least I thought. Okay, like I said, I was wrong. Horribly wrong. But like I said, bless her heart. She did went slow, and she taught us the moves first, because she did ask in the beginning, is this anyone's first time? I raised my hand. This is my first time. This is my first time. I was excited about being there, and we got it. I should have went to the beginners class. Because like I say, she went slow. It's just the moves that she was doing, my body was not cooperating. I think I heard this week recently, like, you know, this comedian said that when he was in his 20s, his body and his mind was married together. They was one. They did things together. Like when he said go in his mind, his body went like that. But as soon as he hit his 40s, his mind and his body got divorced. I felt like today in yoga class, my mind and my body got a divorce, because when I was trying to do some of those poses that she had us do, it was not working out for my body. And my mind was telling me no. And my body was telling me no. But my mind was telling me yes. And they was not cooperating at all. So it was like a bad song. My mind's telling me yes, but my body's telling me no, baby. Yeah, that was telling me no. And I tried my best, and I was in it. So about, I guess, 10 minutes into the class, I was sweating. I mean, like sweating good. Like you see drips of sweat come out thing. And I'm thinking to myself, I wasn't really, in my mind, I wasn't really working out. But to my body, I was, like I say, on the struggle bus. It was just sweat beating down my face. You know that sweat? I got a bald head, so it came down from the top and it started going down through the middle here, and it just came on down. And it was, I knew then, I should have knew then, I should have quit. Because she asked, are you okay? And I told myself, like I said, my mind said I was okay. My body was not okay. So I guess about 15 minutes in, as I was doing, like I say, she had me do, I think it was the downward dog. I guess you put your legs down for it and press your body up. And when I pressed my body up, in the middle of my back, there was a pain I never felt before in my life. But it was a pain that brought a tear to my eye. And I was like, oh Lord, help me. I call out the big Jesus and baby Jesus. And I like, okay, I can't cry in front of these people. Because in the class, if I didn't mention it earlier, no, I know I didn't mention it earlier, it was only 2 other males in there with me. And I just can't cry in front of these people because my body gave up on me. So I sucked my mind up to suck that tear back in and push on. Now, like I said, it's 15 minutes in. I still had another whole 15 minutes to go. It was a 30-minute class. And we did a couple more poses. And thanks to the grace of God, I made it through. Okay? Now, I went to the class to try to work on my flexibility. Apparently, I have 0 flexibility, like none left. Because that class let me know, because yoga is supposed to be flexible, get you flexible in the flexible mind. It let me know at that point in my life that now my flexibility is gone. And that I'm going to need some help. And I'm going to go back to yoga class. But I'm going to tell you, I'm not going back to the intermediate course. I'm going to go back to the beginners now. I think I need to just start over. Just sometimes in life when you take off more than what you can chew, you just need to, wipe your wounds off and start over. Because like I said earlier, I'm not going to sit here and bash your class. I think it's a great thing. I think that what happened in my case, you know how you go to the grocery store and you're hungry and got too much food and start eating a lot? I bit off more than what I could chew. That's what I did. I bit off more than I could chew. So that's why now, for my next class next week, I'm going to the beginners class and I'm going to take it slow and get some beginner thing. Hopefully they'll just do some neck rolls in the class, like the old neck rolls, the shoulder rolls, and nothing too hard. And that the instructor's just going to show us the poses and then say, hey, go home and practice it like homework. That's what I'm hoping in my head. Because I don't know. Like I said, it's going to be my second yoga class. But I wasn't ready. I didn't know yoga was like that. So for all those people out there that's over 40 and, you want to work on your flexibility and your muscle strength, yoga might be for you. I just advise you, if you never did it before, like me, like that was your first time doing yoga, go to the beginners class. I don't know what it was about the intermediate class. And like I said, I want to file for elder abuse for what that instructor did to me. But in reality, she did take her time. I just wasn't ready for what was about to happen to me. And it was tragic how I felt leaving out there. I felt like I did a whole workout, like an hour-long workout after I did 30 minutes of yoga. And if you would have saw me walking back to my car, you'd have thought that I was lifting something heavy and all of it came out the backside. Cause my legs hurt. My legs are still hurting, and my back, and my arm. But I feel good. I think I feel good. That's what I'm gonna tell myself. My mind, tell me I'm feeling good. So, but my body's telling me something different. So, this week, remember, go try yoga. just go to the beginners class and then build up. I'm gonna lick my wounds this week, and then I'm gonna go back to yoga class next week, and then later on down the line, a couple months, I'm gonna update you on this yoga thing here, cause like I said, it was rough. It was rough. So life out in these streets after 40, and you trying to get your muscle endurance and your flexibility back over 40, man. Do the research and start at beginners, man. Don't do like I did. Don't go straight to the intermediate. So that's what I got for you this week. That's my tip for you people that's, going into your 40s, over your 40s. Life after 40 is rough. When you're trying to get back straight, get back right, yoga class can help you. Just start at the beginner's class, okay? So thank you for rocking with me again this week right here. I hope that I help you a little bit. Please put some in the comments that y'all that actually going to do yoga class kind of help me, help a brother out, help me out, so I can get my flexibility back, my strength back. Because like I said, I think yoga the thing, but I need some guidance. I need some human guidance, okay? Like I say, thank you again for listening. All of you that's putting comments and topic suggestions, thank you for that. I'll make sure I get to the numbers and get to your topics, and we're gonna roll through it, and we're gonna get you there. And like I said, coming up in April, I'm gonna get guests on this show for y'all, so y'all can not just hear my beautiful voice, you get to hear some of my friends' beautiful voices, and we can get that rolling. Cause that's another thing I hear in the comments. My friends say, "Hey, Jay, when can I come on the podcast, buddy?" And like I said, I was doing training. I'm still, unfortunately, I still have a job with the military, and they require me to work. They just won't pay me for free. Sorry, bastards. They should just pay me for free, but they don't. Okay. Comments, shares, topic suggestions, always welcome. So, Unstripped the podcast. Well, let me say it right. Unstripped After 40, the podcast. Unedited, unrehearsed, talk with real people. Until next time, go to that beginner's class, okay? Don't go to the intermediate class. Trust me on this one.